affect you. But really, for a friendship, no sweat my friend. No. You look cute. Say something to me the way I want to hear it.
Darlene Bourgeois.
Slow. Are your teeth waxed up yet?
No.
I'm getting a little glittery. Good, honey, go. Oh my God, look. This nursing. You look like a nurse.
Oh, nurse.
Amazing. Wait,
I need a shot. She's been rehearsing the whole time.
Yes, she really
She is on it. She knows all the lines. Do your lines for us right now, Amber. That's good. That's good. Amber, you could use a little bit more red on your lips.
Okay. Do you have me?
Wow, baby.
gotta finish, what's the face's hair?
Yeah.
I was waiting.
Lori, I've just been so worried about what kind of career you're going to go in because you just enjoy playing.
What?
Who do we need for sound check, sweetie?
Allie?
Allie and Lori. And Lori and Allie.
First act, 3 shot, and the heroine no more beautiful than my right thumb. These plays nowadays, police!
Take it easy, will ya? Gee, girls, you play rough. I'd rather carry the ball against Dallas and fight through them actresses in the hallway. Actresses? Why, they're tigers! Hear 'em howl? Boy, you can get crazy over a good many things. But when you're theater crazy, you're good and crazy. And that's my honest opinion for nothing. Now listen, girls. Calm down. Be nice little kittens, not cats. Don't go meow! Just go meow. Mr. Fidget, my boss, will be in here any minute now. And he don't like claws and he don't like screeches, so simmer down!
Good morning, Mrs. Crank. My love, how's my dusty dove doing on this beautiful, glorious, historic morn?
Police!
Is that so? Well, I'm glad to hear it. And good morning, Jimmy Bright. You came in through the meat grinder, I see. And good morning, my play. The finest play in the history of the American drama.
Police!
Ah, thank you, Mrs. Crank. Such an expression of unbounded confidence brings a tear to my bleary, work-weary eye. Yes, this is indeed a historic event, a stupendous occasion worthy to take its place alongside the invention of the wheel and pistachio ice cream. And why do I speak thusly with a capital T, my friends and fellow inmates of the American Dramatic Madhouse? Because on this great day, my new play goes into rehearsal.
Fidget, hey, Fidget!
Splendid, my boisterous bumpkin. Yes, every part in my devastating drama has been filled with the finest talent that money, the Douglas Fidget money, and that, by the way, is my money, can buy. Do you follow me?
I got lost once or twice, boss.
Did I say that every part was filled? Correction, every part but one.
And what would that be, boss?
A mere trifle, Jimmy, my doting dope. It's the part of a maid in the household of Swinburne J. Grits, the heroine's father. The heroine's name, I'm bursting to tell you, is Cecily Grits. Isn't that a lovely name? In its syllabic confirmation, there is all the delightful delirium of Debussy, all the limpid lusciousness of the song of the hoo-hoo bird calling to its mate on the upper reaches of the Orinoco. On a Sunday afternoon, always on a Sunday afternoon. Ah, how I love to tonsil those syllables out to a waiting world. Cecily Grits, sweet Cecily, serene Cecily, seraphic Cecily Grits.
It don't send me that way, boss. Just makes my teeth ache.
And can you, perchance, think of a better name?
How about Hominy Grits?
Oh, well, let me resume life's struggle. Now, this maid has but one line in the whole play. Just one infinitesimal translation. Itty-bitty line.
I got you now, boss.
Why, we'll fill the part in no time. As simple as falling off a building. As easy as a breeze through a breezeway. As swift, my friends, as the unswerving, unerring flight of an arrow to its target. As certain as...
You're an optometrist, boss.
A what?
Oh, you know, the guy who looks on the bright side.
You bet I am, Jimmy, my noble numbskull. In the theater, there is no other side but the bright side. Once in a while, that is. But time goes galloping, and here we are, stupidly static. I called the casting agency yesterday. Did they send over any actors?
They sent over the whole mob from Julius Caesar.
Well, splendid. Let them in.
On the count of 3, you girls chase me. 1, 2, 3. But you won't get me.
Whoa, you're fired. Well, put it this way. If you hire me, I'll fire you. Rather good, eh? Hire, fire.
Please.
Ah, thank you, Mrs. Crank. It was awful, I'll admit. One of my less quotable remarks for the day. Now, ladies, be seated.
Thank you so
And be calm. No more shrieks, no more shrooks, no more hysterooks.
much. No, indeed. That's agreed.
We're assembled here this memorable morning in the office of Douglas Fidget. And I, it pleases me to say, am Douglas Fidget. The only Douglas Fidget in captivity. I mean in existence. We're assembled here, I say, in order to...
That's quite the ensemble, though, isn't it?
Where was I, Jimmy?
Oh, where you are now, boss, but maybe 4 inches this way.
Ah, yes, it all comes back to me now. We're assembled here, I was saying, to choose an actress for a one-line part in my thumpingly glorious new play. Did she fall, or was she pushed? The maid comes in and says to Swinburne J. Grits, the heroine's father, as he is standing on his head in the corner, your taxi cab is waiting. That's all. Simple, easy, 4 little words. Any questions?
Was it a 3-wheeled cab or a 5-wheeled cab?
Who cares? Who cares if it's a flat-wheeled cab? It's off stage.
Yes, but the number of the wheels going around and around and arounder make a great difference in the interpretation of the play, and you just don't care.
Now, who in the name of desolation might that dizzy dolly be?
Oh, that's little Puddles Fabowitz. She was born crying and never got over it. But did you know, Cookie, she may have something there about what she says about interpretation. Oh, you know, the nuances, the little hidden meanings. You know what I'm saying? Or do you follow me? Follow you? Darling, when it comes to the drama, you're still in diapers. Now, when I played Lady Macbeth, I must say I was
Please.
Ah, thank you, Mrs. Crank. That takes care of that.
All right.
We'll begin.
We'll begin.
Remember, 4 little words.
4 little
They're
words.
what I'm
What
looking
you're looking for.
4 little words.
4 little
Your
words.
taxi cab is
Your
waiting.
taxi cab
Jimmy,
is waiting.
fix your tie. The hurricane's over. All right, madam. We'll start with you.
Well, I think it only fair to myself and the acting profession to make a statement, to make my position and my standing clear right here and now at the very outset. Now, before I sign my equity contract and you take me out to dinner, my statement is this. I'm not accustomed to playing servants' parts. Were it not that I am...
Hungry, maybe?
Were it not that I am so much a part of theater, so much its very vitamin A, B1, and D content. Oh, dear heavens, how humiliated I should feel. Servants' parts. For 15 years I was the leading lady to the late and great Humphrey Harleybone. Who cares? How do you like that, Mr.
I was superior in crime scenes.
For 18 years, I was on tour with Shakespeare.
And dearie, you have been around, haven't you?
Wait a minute, back. Don't go home.
I'm not going home. Damn.
Well, all right. Don't make a production out of it.
I'm going to make an entrance. Stage right. Oh. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh.
Squattez-vous, ma'am. You look pushed.
Your taxi cab is waiting. That's it. That's all there is. There isn't any more. Thank you.
Wow, what a performer, boss. What grace, what enthusiasm. What... You say it, boss.
No, not in front of ladies. All right, look. I don't want a 5-act tragedy. I don't want Camille. All I want is 4 little words. You.
Me?
Next.
Your taxi cab's waiting.
That one's got a rocket engine, boss.
I wish she'd take off for the moon. Maybe I'd better.
Oh, don't leave us, boss. The show ain't half over.
That's what's killing me.
Mr. Fidget, it's awful. It's terrible. You'll cry too when you hear it. Your taxi cab is awaiting, and some people just get out.
Don't be building up the part! Great gasping ghost of Garrick. How much more of this can I stand? Jimmy, I swear it, if she comes in here once more weeping, I swear it, I'll be leaping.
Oh, Mr.
And the
Fidget,
sidewalk,
we need you on the
24 stories down!
Mr. Fidget, no, we really need you, darling.
Keep it cool, steady hand. On that brain throttle, boss. 'Cause a fallen fidget don't gather no moss.
Thank you, Jimmy. Your words of wisdom bring me back to the dim verge of sanity.
Oh, here we go.
Well, no, let me stay crazy.
I'm Mrs. Verna Beth, and I'm quite well, thank you, even before you ask me. Mr. Fidget, you are being granted the extreme privilege of meeting our daughter, Oriole Beth. Oriole is the child theatrical prodigy of our time.
Of all time. Period.
Question mark.
Silence, Gladwin! Mr. Fidget, you'll love Oriole as the part of the maid in your play. She's so right for it. So spiritual. The 20th century Titania. My Oriole dances. Recites.
To be or not to be.
That is the question.
Silence, Gladwin! In addition, she plays the harmonica. And does imitations of whales.
Oh, shut up, Mr. Fidget. Why, you look like a depressed mushroom. And tell that dreadful boy behind you to stop making faces at me.
I wasn't, boss.
Oh,
You
you
must be
were
mistaking
so.
you.
I saw you. And there's one right back at you. Mr. Fidget, do you know the name of our 8th president? Well, most ordinary people don't. It was Martin Van Buren, term of office 1837 to 1841. Now, I prefer to play this maid scene in the exact time and decor of Martin Van Buren. In my readings and research into history, I have found him to be a fascinating but forgotten figure. And that's what we must have in our play. A fascinating but forgotten figure.
Isn't she adorable?
Silence, Mama.
Silence, Gladwin.
There you are, sitting in your White House study. You're in a tizzy. The country is going to the canines. Ruff, ruff, ruff. Ruff, ruff, ruff. At that precise moment, I come in and say, Mr. President, the Potomac is lovely in the sunset. The air is alive with hummingbirds. Mockingbirds. Tweet, 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 tweet. Butterflies. Flutter, 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 flutter. And just ordinary flies. Come forth, Mr. President. Your taxi cab is waiting. Put on your top hat, Mr. President, and come forth. Come fifth. Come sixth. But come. So, when do we rehearse?
Never.
Never?
Never. My dear child, I wouldn't dream of putting you in my play.
Aww.
There is nothing in it worthy of your top-flight talent. Absolutely nothing. But you have given me a great idea. I'm going to put that idea into reality soon. The sooner the better. It will be my gift, the Douglas Fidget gift to the nation.
And will I be a part of this national gift?
Oh, indeed you will, my cherub. It's the most essential part. You see, I am going to purchase a space capsule, and you and your mother will be its passengers.
Really? Oh, Mama! I'm dizzy with delight! Please.
So now, go forth, go fifth, go anywhere but here, and await the day.
Come on, Mama. We'll search the shops for lunar lingerie. Oh, I know.
And where do I come in?
Oh, you don't come in at all, my friend. Not at all. You see, you will be the one who closes the door of the space capsule from the outside and presses the button.
Another joke.
Yeah.
Theater, theater, what I have suffered for thee. But let's get on with it. You, with the big brown eyes. Or are they blue? Just saucers.
They're ultraviolet, sir.
What?
They're ultraviolet.
Oh, all right, lady, skip it. You're next. And if you don't want me to get ultraviolet, you better be good.
Oh, Mr. Fidget, ever since I was a little girl, I've admired you from afar. You're my flame, my star, my glorious shining star. Oh, yes, you are my star. See, I break into poetry, raptures of poetry when I speak to you. I have 47 pictures of you in my wallet, including your first baby picture. I write your name all over the books I borrowed from the library, and I've been hit 4 times by cars because I've stopped in the middle of the road to dream about you. And now that I'm near you, I have something to tell you, something that means everything to me.
What is it, my poor child?
Your taxi cab is waiting. Goodbye. Goodbye. Goodbye.
Hey, boss, she says your taxi's waiting.
I think I'll take it.
The great Douglas Fidget. I salute you. Hi-ho and top of the morning. I bring you terrific tidings, tidings that will knock your eye teeth out. They'll burn you, these tidings. They'll melt the frames off your glasses, the soles off your shoes. They'll scorch you to your very marrow. But nevertheless, you must hear. So take your hands away from your ears and listen to me. For as I said before and now say again, at the risk of being tiresome, my tidings, yes, my tidings, you must hear.
I must hear?
He must hear.
We all, please. We all, please. We all must hear.
The taxi cab is waiting down in the street below. The meter's wildly clicking. You'll be broke if you don't go. Yes, I repeat in tone so sweet.
Tweety, tweet, tweety, tweet.
You'll be broke if you don't go.
You so.
And so.
And so.
And so go.
And go.
And go.
And go.
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 Go!
Hey, boss, you better ditch this manuscript of yours and put on that show. What lines? What situations? I'm laughing. I'm crying.
I'm dying.
Coming at you, boss. You better watch out.
Moonlight on the river, all white and misty, just like a bridal veil from heaven. I could weep.
I could puke.
My dear sir, that's distinctly beside the point.
I'm going home to suck on my exhaust pipe.
Now you listen to me, Mr. Fidget, you old sugar bun, you. You just better put one little old foot in front of the other little old foot and get on out that door and down that hall and down that little old flight of stairs, cause your taxi's waiting for you, sweet little old piece of sugar cane. I reckon that driver's gonna be mighty mad, I reckon. I say, I reckon. Goodbye, my candy kid. See you down yonder in New Orleans.
Just 4 little words. That's all I'm asking for. Just 4 little words. Isn't there someone in the whole world who can give them to me?
Yeah! I'll give them to ya. Oh, I held it in all these years. I've been a-dustin', barely top. But now I'm going to bust myself wide open. Going to spill the secrets of years. Going to yell them secrets that have been clawing at my innards and chawing at my gizzards until I can't eat a decent meal without their perishing of indigestion. Who give me that indigestion? You give me that indigestion. You and your handsome heroes and your heaving heroines. But now, Douglas Fidget, I'm going to have my revenge. Just like they do in them plays of yours. Don't try to escape. My eagle eye is on you. It's spearing you like a pin through a butterfly. You're squirming now, ain't you? And the more you squirm, the more I laugh. Now, hear this, Douglas Fidget. Your taxi cab is waiting, and you're going for a ride.
I see. 1 little star. 2 little stars.
Boss, there's another little star over there.
Right here, Mr. Fidget.
Tell her to go home. Tell them all to go home. I want to be alone.
Even me. Whatever, I never.
Beat it, kid. I mean, you heard what the man said. Scram.
Vashnaya, Skulu, Salty. Iki Sky, Woozy.
Hey, boss, she can't speak any English.
Hired. I never want to hear English again. Jimmy, I leave my business and any future actresses to you. Come, my dear. Our taxi cab's waiting.
Vashnaya. It's a lovely day for flowers, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Do you mind if I ask you a question?
No, not at all.
If all the flowers in the world were stretched end to end, how long would that be?
To the moon and back.
You're kidding.
Scout's honor.
If all the flowers in the world were each put into one big flower pot, how high would that be?
Four times the height of the Empire State Building.
You're kidding.
Scout's honor.
If all the flowers in the world were one color, what color would they be?
White.
You're kidding.
Scout's honor.
If all the flowers in the world were each given to a small child to hold and to smell.
No, Faye, no.
I said, if all the flowers in the world were given to a small child.
Faye, ask something else.
I want to know the answer to that question.
There is no answer to that question. It disappeared.
It didn't.
It did.
Are you sure?
Yes, I'm sure. Would you like to read a part of the paper?
No, thank you. I think I'll just enjoy the flowers. What time is it?
10 to 10.
Time is so deceiving. I could stay here forever.
Ask me another question.
How many Chinamen are there in Honolulu?
500,000. And they're all waiters at Wolf Fast.
You're kidding.
Scout's honor.
Come right this way, please. You sit here. Wait, I'll be light with you.
Excuse me, I've been waiting a long time.
Oh, wait, I'll give you menu?
No.
I get him to bring you menu.
Well, the other waiter said...
Oh, which waiter that, ma'am? Oh, that one. He go off work. He having dinner himself.
I'm starved. Could we have some wonton soup?
I'm not your waiter. I get you waiter. Are you in for big treat? When you order a specialty, you in for big treat.
Oh, you don't look too happy. What's the matter? Pig have apple in his mouth.
You can't see his teeth.
I haven't seen a menu.
Oh, pig not for this table. Excuse me.
Please.
Here is your bill. I hope you enjoy your meal.
I haven't eaten.
Oh, you not like the meal? You not like Chinese food?
Oh, I do.
You must be Howie from the mainland. Not used to good Chinese food.
I haven't even seen a fortune cookie.
You not get the fortune cookie?
No.
I'm so sorry. I get you one.
Oh, come back.
Here are the fortune cookies you ordered. You going to have big party? Nobody ever ordered 500 fortune cookies before.
Do you remember that day?
How could I ever forget it? We went out and had a pizza, remember?
Mushroom and sausage, and it was delicious.
Remember the ride around Cayena Point? You were going to show me the island.
You laughed at me then, didn't you?
Well, it's not every day one's hero gets stuck in the mud and has to be pulled out.
Remember? I said, let me put some palm fronds under the back wheel. Sit.
Ready? When I say go, you press on the accelerator. Damn mud up to my knees. Oh, no! Oh, stop!
Didn't you say go?
We could go back to Hawaii.
If all the flowers in the world looked alike, would they be beautiful?
I would bring you flowers every day.
Would you?
Plumeria, orchid, frangipani, all the flowers I would lay at your feet.
Do you love me?
Let's go back to Hawaii.
Hawaii's gone. It's over.
No, it isn't.
It is.
Oh, don't cry. Don't cry.
I know. I'm sorry. I know I said I wouldn't.
Well, if you look at it logically, there's no reason why we couldn't go back.
There. That is the reason. Who would take care of her?
Faye, don't you think it's time we had a serious talk?
If all the flowers in the world were blue, what color would the ocean be?
No, Faye, don't. Let's talk.
I'm not ready to talk.
You are ready, honey. You are.
No, I'm not. Tell me about Hawaii.
Honey, baby, not now. Let's talk about the future.
Tell me about Makaha. Tell me about Patsimpunemu.
No, I want to tell you of the future.
Answer me a question, then.
All right.
If all the flowers...
Oh, God, I thought... What difference does it make?
Jim, please understand.
All right, Faye, I'll tell you what I understand. This has got to stop. How long can we go on like this, Faye? How long? San Francisco. We could go there if you like. Go down to Fisherman's Wharf,
have some good seafood, ride a cable car? We can do it, honey. Harry and Jackie could meet us at the airport. We can drive in. Harry and Jackie will know a terrific Japanese restaurant.
I don't think I want to see Harry and Jackie.
Well, all right, honey, we'll just call them. Think. San Francisco. Out to Sausalito. Come on.
Out to Sausalito.
Wine tasting in the valley.
Wine tasting in the valley.
The zoo.
The zoo.
Top of the mark.
Top of the mark.
A Chinatown.
Chinatown.
Palace of the Legion of Fine Arts.
Palace of the Legion of Fine Arts.
And so, if you will come this way, you can see a decided development in his artistic work that some critics say corresponds to a similar development in his personal life.
His sex life?
Madam, and all his personal affairs are his personal affairs. Now, if you will come this way...
He must have had an active sex life.
Madam, and all his sex life is of little concern.
Well, it isn't to him.
Remember how the group roared?
And if I'm not mistaken, that little old lady pinched the man in the green suit.
Yes.
Jim, do you think we could have as much fun now in San Francisco as we did then?
More. It would be a second honeymoon.
Think so?
I know so.
Who would take care of her?
No one.
No one? Who would take care of my Layla?
Honey, Layla is dead.
Oh, no, that's just a rumor.
It's no rumor. She's dead.
You don't love her, or you wouldn't say that.
Faye, listen to me. Layla died a year ago. You know that. She's with God now.
No, my Layla is taking a nap.
She's not taking a nap.
How can you be so cruel? When she wakes up, I'll show her all the beautiful flowers. Rock-a-bye, baby, on treetop.
When was Layla born?
You know that.
No, you tell me. I forgot.
She was born 2 days before Christmas. She was our present from Santa Claus.
And how many years ago was that?
It was the year Mother bought the candle holders for our coffee table. She said it would light the baby's way into the world.
That's right. And how many years ago was that?
It was
4.5 years. Now tell me, Faye, if Layla was 4.5 years old, would she still nap in a baby carriage?
If all the flowers in the world had thorns, would anyone pick them?
Answer me, would she?
If all the flowers...
Answer me, you know she couldn't be in the carriage. Oh, I'm sorry, honey, honest I am, but we've reached a time in our lives. Oh, God, why isn't life simple? Why can't we all just rest easy?
Jim, what are you trying to tell me?
Faye, one day when my old man was about 20 or 25, he looked at himself in the mirror and said, "What the hell? I don't stand a chance in this world. Why should I get up off my duff? The world isn't going to do a damn thing for me." And so my father sat there with a can of beer in his hand until the day he died. And he never learned a thing. He never saw San Francisco, never read a book, never ate Chinese food. All he ever cared about was whether the Cubs were going to win the pennant. And he wouldn't even get up out of that goddamn chair to go to the baseball stadium to see them play. We can't let that happen to us. We've got to break that mirror, get up out of that chair, and go to the ballpark. Do you understand?
I love you, Jim.
And I love you, Faye. But honey, I'm tired and I'm lonely. I can't take the TV dinners, watching the two by myself. The silence is deafening. So, either this ends, or I'm going to walk out of this flower garden forever. I will, believe me.
There's another woman.
Oh, don't be ridiculous.
There is. Is she...
Is she what?
Is she...
Would it make any difference?
No.
There is no other woman.
Oh, Jim.
Why not, Faye? Why not? Why not walk out of here with me now?
I have to take care of Layla.
Layla is dead!
No, she's alive, Jim. In the morning, she wakes up and calls for me. She has orange juice for breakfast, and we talk, and she dresses her dolls. It's true, Jim.
Your mother phoned last night.
Is she coming?
Said she'd try.
How is she?
Said she gained 5 pounds.
Mother always says that. And after all these years, she still manages to wear a size 8 dress. Let me ask you a question. Please, come on.
All right.
If the Earth had 2 moons, what would happen to the tides?
They'd be twice as high, but half as frequent.
You're kidding.
Scout's honor. Oh, Faye, let's...
Why must you always come back to that? Why can't you leave well enough alone?
Because it's there. It lives and it breathes. Let's go back to Hawaii.
To hell with Hawaii.
Faye.
Hawaii is gone. It's finished. We can never go back.
Look, honey, we can. Remember when we went to Kauai, and I asked that old Hawaiian how people in a paradise like that knew that they loved one another? And he told me they knew it when they were afraid together. Well, that's the way it is with us. We've experienced something together, just the two of us, and... Oh, God, I want to hold you so bad. Are you coming with me or not?
Layla.
This is not Layla. This is a doll. You buy these things in stores, you take them home to your children, and they play with them. This is not Layla. This is a doll. A doll.
Oh, God, can't you see that sometimes life becomes too much for me?
I'm sorry.
Flowers are so pretty. If time would stop, the pretty flowers would never change. I wonder if I would tire of them.
Do you remember the kids' pool we owned? That looked so tiny but was so hard to set up?
The pool Layla swims in.
Yes, that's it. The pool Layla swims in. It's still in the garage, you know. Let's set it up, okay?
Okay.
You get the lining.
It's heavy.
This damn thing. You need to be Arnold Schwarzenegger to handle it. Okay, now let's place the lining.
There we go.
Turn on the water.
Is it filling?
Yes.
Layla loves this pool.
Maybe she'd like to swim in it. Or at least splash around.
Maybe she would.
Why don't you get her?
Really?
Really? Why don't you get her and sit there by the pool with her while I go fix us some iced tea?
All right. Look, Layla, Daddy fixed the pool so we can go for a swim. No, it's not cold, it's warm. There we go. Oh, look, here's your beach ball. You want Mommy to blow it up some more? There we go. Now throw the ball to Mommy. That's it, that's it.
Here's your iced tea. Oh, don't splash Daddy, Layla.
Throw Daddy the ball.
Atta girl. We barbecued that day, didn't we, honey?
Yes.
Then I'd better get the fire lit. Remember we talked about how we used to barbecue in Hawaii all the time?
Yes, and I said it would be nice to have teriyaki again.
When I lit the fire, do you remember what I said to Layla?
You said...
I said, watch the big flames. Ready? Poof! And then Layla got out of the pool to get the ball. Go ahead, honey, take Layla out of the pool to get the ball.
All right.
And then what happened?
Layla got out and went around the side of the house.
Did you say anything to her?
Yes, I said don't go in the road.
Tell it to her, honey.
Don't go in the road, Layla, baby.
And what did she say?
She said, I won't, Mommy.
That's right, and then?
And then I came back and took a sip of my tea.
Go ahead. And then?
And then...
Go ahead, Faye, talk to me and show me what you did that day.
The coals were ready on the fire, and I said, I'll get the meat, and I went inside, and I came back out, and I gave the teriyaki to you, and you put it on the fire, and then I sat down. I was tired.
No, you didn't sit down. What did you do, Faye, honey? Do you remember? You went around the side of the house where Layla was, didn't you, honey?
Yes, that's it.
Well, go ahead. Go around the side of the house where Layla is.
I said, Layla, do you want to come back and swim a while before dinner? She said, no, Mommy, I'm showing my new beach ball to my doll, Mary Elizabeth. She likes it. I said, that's fine, I'll call you when dinner's ready. And I came back, and I took another sip of tea, and I got the salad, and you said...
What kind of dressing?
And I said French from the blender. And I got the placemats and the silverware for the redwood table, and I got another drink, and I got napkins, and then...
And then what?
I heard a sound.
What sound? What was the sound, Faye?
It was loud and grating.
And then?
And then we heard nothing, and we ran.
And what happened?
Oh, God!
We picked up our Layla and set her on the table, and she didn't say anything.
She wasn't in the road, Jim. She wasn't even in the road.
Faye.
Why us? Of all the people in this world, why us?
I don't know. I heard a story once about a man who had a dream in the middle of the night. He dreamt he saw a vision, a fire burning, and he asked the vision, why? Why do I live and children die? And a voice from the fire said, endure not to know.
That's no answer.
No, I don't suppose it is.
So where does that leave us now?
It leaves us free to go home.
And what then? Layla, Layla, Layla.
Honey, it is time to face up to the fact that our Layla is dead and has been for a year. And you have a husband who's alive and breathing and who needs you and wants to take you away from this flower garden and all the memories of Layla and start making some new memories.
Layla likes teriyaki.
Faye, honey, please don't start that again.
Funny how she likes teriyaki almost more than any other kind of meat. I wonder why she likes it so.
Faye, please.
She likes teriyaki and Kool-Aid. She likes orange Kool-Aid and teriyaki. I'll fix her some.
No, Faye, no, stop it, stop it.
Just open the
Faye, honey, please
like
stop.
this,
Stop it. I love you. We have something special. Stop it, please, oh God, stop it.
Where's Daddy going, Layla? Daddy's going to work. Say bye-bye to Daddy. Bye-bye. Layla, if all the flowers in the world could speak, what do you think they'd say?
What makes a woman want to be a private detective? I wish I knew. I wish I knew a lot of things. Like what makes criminals tick, or how somebody could murder somebody else in cold blood, or why your car always breaks down right after the warranty expires. Questions. There's plenty of them, but I'm not a philosopher. I'm a private detective. My name is Phyllis Harlow, and my lip law is bulletproof. It's a crummy racket. Dirty. Not as dirty as this office, but dirty. What a dump! The cleaning lady hasn't been here in weeks, but I guess that can happen to you when you're a private eye. Also, when you're behind in your rent. I make $200 a day when I'm working. When I'm not working, I do needlepoint portraits of the FBI's 10 most wanted list. Like most private eyes, I fight two battles. Against the bad guys and against my waistline. Only I combine the two in a little thing called the 357 diet. It says there's two things that can count against you in this business. Getting hit by a 357 or weighing that much. The job is no picnic, but I like it. Especially since you never know what will be coming next.
Phyllis! Damien's out again. He's kidnapped the doctor and his wife. He has a bunch of pills and he has a gun.
Millie, I told you before, if I want to know what's going on in General Hospital, I would watch General Hospital.
Yeah, but this was a 2-hour special.
Millie Barling, my confidant, aide, secretary, and when the chips are down, a girl you can count on. Well, unless she's watching the soaps. So, anything up?
On what show?
On this show, Millie. Did I get any calls? Was there any mail?
Let me think. No calls, no mail, nothing.
Thanks.
Oh, except one call, Mrs. Black. She wants to know where the rent is.
That makes two of us. I'll call tomorrow.
But she's gonna turn off the heat.
This place never had heat before, Millie.
Oh, well, she's gonna change the locks.
She's gonna have to get some doors first, Millie.
We deserve a better office than this. It's drafty, it's dirty, and the TV reception is terrible. I can hardly get Channel 6 in at all.
I told you before, Millie, when the timing's right, we'll make a move.
But they're tearing the building down on Saturday.
Well, that's good.
Why?
Because we don't work on Saturday.
Oh, this is serious, Phil.
Trust me, Millie, something will turn up.
Oh, it already did.
What did?
A client. His name is Alexander Stevens. He's been here about a half an hour.
Well, where is he?
Watching Days of Our Lives. Duh. Mr. Stevens.
Yes.
Mr. Stevens, this is Phil Harlow.
It's a relief to meet you. Frankly, I need your help.
That'll be all, Millie. Here, have a seat. Now, what is it that you'd want from me, Mr. Stevens?
It's my fiance, or should I say my ex-fiance. You see, I broke off the engagement last week, and she's been acting radically ever since.
Go on.
Well, my ex-fiance comes from an extremely wealthy family, and she's used to getting whatever she wants. And right now, she wants me.
Well, I can see why. You're about a gorgeous hunk of man I've seen you walk in this office for a while. I have yet to meet a man who doesn't go for that. Now tell me, Mr. Stevens, what is it that you'd want from me?
My ex-fiance is capable of anything, Mrs. Harlow. I want you to follow her and stake her out and see what she's up to, what she's planning, and then let me know.
Well, does she carry a gun?
Yes.
Well, that's bad.
That's good. She used to carry a flamethrower.
This ex-fiance of yours, is she capable of violence?
She's capable of anything.
Anything?
Anything.
Anything. Can she wiggle her ears?
Like a bunny.
Can she find the square root of pi in an equation where x is unknown and y is the imaginary number?
Yeah, it was her master's thesis.
Well, I guess there's no point in asking if she's a world-class pole vaulter.
Bronze, Barcelona, 92.
Seems like you got quite a little cupcake on your hands, Mr. Stevens.
I'm nervous, Miss Harlow.
Well, I can see why.
And a man in my profession can't afford to be nervous.
And what do you do?
I tune pianos.
Well, that's important work.
Oh, I know. Here's a picture of my ex-fiancée. Her name is
Darlene Bourgeois.
You know her?
She's the daughter of socialite Henry Bourgeois, inventor of the fuzzy bedroom slipper. How'd you get involved with her?
I was over at their mansion tuning their family piano. One thing led to another, and now I'm deeper than I ever dreamed.
Well, she's a real dolly. Looks good in the track uniform, clearing the crossbar.
I know, I took that picture.
Wait a minute. This picture was taken at a point parallel to the bar.
Yeah, she had me lowered from a helicopter. Give you any idea of how compulsive she is?
A real good idea. Mr. Stevens, we have a little saying in this business. Hell hath no fury, like a dame that's been wronged.
Well, what does that mean?
It means I can't take this case.
But I'm willing to pay you $10,000.
Like I said, it sounds right up my alley.
Well, when can you start?
10 minutes ago, now just a few questions.
Sure.
I can stake this Tootsie out. I can see what she's up to. But if she's ready to act, ready to bring the tuning fork down, so to speak, then what?
And then you have her locked up.
For what?
For as long as you can.
But that's police jurisdiction.
Miss Harlow, I came to you because I heard you were the best there is.
Really? Oh my God, who told you that? I mean, let me repeat myself. I don't like stepping on toes at the police department. My relationship with them is on shaky ground to begin with. Now, if this dame is flaky enough to have a guy lowered from a chopper, she could snap any minute. Oh, and when she does, it's gonna be nip and tuck.
Well, I only need 48 hours. You keep her in check until then, and the money's all yours.
Why 48 hours?
Well, by then, I'll be on a plane for Rome. I'm going to be the house tuner at the Vatican, and she'll never catch up with me there.
If you make it there.
Oh, I will if you help me.
I hope you're not looking for guarantees, Mr. Stevens. I don't give guarantees.
But I trust you, Miss Harlow. All I'm looking for at this point is an Italian English phrase book.
Well, I have one of those.
I heard you were good.
Now, just a few more things. From now until you get on that plane, I want you to stay out of sight. No trips to the store, no walks in the park, and no running for public office.
Whenever you say.
You do not answer the phone, you do not talk to strangers, and you do not donate any vital organs.
I suppose appearing on Oprah's out of the question?
How are her ratings?
About the same.
Maybe Phil Donahue?
Gotcha. This is the key to the locker at the airport containing the $10,000. It's all yours as soon as that plane takes off with me on it.
You mean in it? On it is a tough way to fly.
Goodbye, Ms. Harlow.
Good luck, Mr. Stevens.
Oh, by the way, the reception on Channel 6, it's terrible.
It's still a crummy business, but $10,000 can buy a lot of TV reception.
How'd it go?
Seems he's got a little problem of a female variety.
Ooh, the worst kind.
Seems he gave some to May to the air, and she didn't take kindly to it.
Who would? It's just like on Young and the Restless with that honeymoon couple up in
Save it,
Vermont.
Millie. I have a demented debutante out there who's looking to waylay the Pope's piano tuner, and I got a lot of work to do.
And speaking of work, ladies and gentlemen, it was my pleasure just a few months ago to work one of the most intimate little clubs in this fair city. And there I had the opportunity to meet perhaps the brightest, most together, and not badly put together, lady, private eye, in this or any town. You know who I'm talking about. Phyllis Harlow. Is she beautiful, ladies and gentlemen? Beautiful.
Guess I'll mosey along before you two start steaming up the windows. If we had any windows.
You know, with your lips and my voice, we make quite a team.
How was the show last night?
Does the expression group swooning mean anything to you?
You're gonna have to look into liability insurance with all those women fainting during your act.
Well, the only insurance I want is with this woman.
Premiums could be high in that policy.
Well, not as high as I am on you.
You're a crazy kid, Johnny.
Kid, huh? And exactly how many kids do you know who just got a recording contract with Smash Records in Hollywood?
I'm happy for you, Johnny.
Me? What about us?
What about us?
Phil, this is our chance. You can get out of this crummy racket once and for all. Don't you understand, you little dope? I'm asking you to be Mrs. Johnny the Lounge.
Listen, Johnny, I just landed a big case today. I'm a little preoccupied.
I can see that.
Congratulations on your contract.
I don't want congratulations, Phil. I want you.
Yeah, we'll talk about that later.
I don't get it. You know that ever since I picked up a microphone, this is all I've ever wanted. A chance to sing in the big time. But it means nothing without you. Nothing.
You're a crazy kid, Johnny.
I'm not a kid, Phil Harlow. I'm a man with needs and desires, hopes and dreams. I go to bed every night with stubble on my face. I wake up with morning mouth. I pull my pants on, one leg at a time, and I hate broccoli. If I park my car, I need money for the meter. I laugh. I cry. Oh, I love. I heard I'm a man, Phil, not a robot, not a name on a marquee, not a cheeseburger, Phil, a man. Whoa.
You're talking crazy, Dal. Now, I told you when we first met, this is my life. Garbage, degradation, and filth. I live with danger, and danger lives with me. This is my life, sweetheart. My life.
But what about you, Phil? And what about us?
What about us? I told you up front, lover, no promises. But if you want something warm and cuddly to come home to at night, get yourself a cat.
You know what you are, Phil Harlow?
Last I checked, Sagittarius.
You're not normal. That's what you are. Nobody's meant to live the kind of life that you do. Nobody. Haven't you realized that yet?
I realized two things, lover.
Right.
One, I got a client who needs me, and two, my reception on Channel 6 isn't gonna clear up by itself. Now I got a lot on my mind. Just catch me later.
Yeah, I'll catch you later. How's 20 years sound? You're so wrapped up in this dead-end job in this stinking office, you can't even see when there's a guy who's crazy about you. Well, you won't have to look anymore, Phil Harlow. Not for me. I'm walking out of your life for good. The next time you hear from me, it'll be on the radio. And if you hear me crooning some love song, you can be sure it won't be for you. On the other hand, if you'd like me to dance at your funeral, Just give me a ring.
He's a crazy kid, but a lousy dancer. Harlow. Well, I'll check it out.
Where are you going?
Just got a lead on the dame who's after our Mr. Stevens. Gotta check it out.
Be careful.
I was born careful. Watch over the place. I feel bad about losing Johnny to Hollywood, but I feel worse about losing a client to some whacked-out Wahini. Reliable information is a must in this game. If you can get your nails done while you're at it, all the better. Hiya, Ruth.
Hiya, Phil. Long time no see.
Ruth Romanowski. She's an artist with a nail file and a gold mine of information.
What'll it be?
I don't know. You tell me.
Well, I'd say you can use a buff and a little background on Darlene Bourgeois.
Go.
Darlene's a strange egg. Spoiled, rotten.
Rotten egg.
Right. In 6th grade, she lost a spelling bee. Misspelled the word Kesna.
Never heard of the word before.
I know. After she lost, her old man paid to have it taken out of every dictionary in the world.
Guess we should be glad she didn't miss the word men.
Anyway, Darlene's grown up now. She's a beautiful young woman. She has a license to carry a gun and a thesaurus. She can hold her liquor and she can hold a grudge. Since Mr. Piano Tuner broke the engagement, she's been doing a lot of both.
What's she got up her sleeve?
According to what I hear, Darlene is recipient. Not only does she want this guy to regret ever breaking up with her, she wants to finish him professionally.
By breaking his fingers?
By making him tone deaf. She plans to lock him in a sound booth for 72 hours and make him listen to Barry Manilow.
Oh, that is sick!
It gets worse. Word is that Darlene's daddy has a highly placed member of the police department in his hip pocket.
Who's the highly placed member?
His initials are Captain Callahan.
The chief? I don't believe it.
Am I hearing right? You're sticking up for the guy who almost ran you out of town?
Callahan may be stupid. He may be insensitive, sneaky, and treacherous, but he's not crooked. He can't be bought.
Well, maybe they're written in then. But that's the word. Anyway, Darlene's planning to kidnap your client before he can get on that flight to Rome.
How?
Don't know, but she has a way of getting what she wants.
Yeah. They look good, Ruth.
They also look like they've just been washed with a guy named Johnny Lounge.
Sometimes you care too much.
I can't believe you're gonna let him slip through your fingers.
Nah, Johnny's all right, but I'm not sure my client is. Thanks for the info.
Thank you.
You know, Ruth, if there's anything I can ever do for you, let me know.
As a matter of fact, there is. Last week when I went to Johnny's show, I swooned and I got a big bruise on my arm.
And?
Next time you see him, could you ask him if he'd autograph it for me?
Get a grip on yourself, sister.
I'd like to get a grip on him.
I knew Darlene Bourgeois would try to kidnap her ex-boyfriend, but I didn't know how. And I didn't know when. I still don't, but at least my nails are presentable. At this point in the case, I have two options. I cover my client like a cheap suit, or I follow a hunch and wait. Make that 3 options. I could have a belt. Hey, you go with your instincts in this game. It's time for a little liquid heat.
You can't just bust in here like this. I don't care if you are the chief of police, Callahan. You need a warrant to come in here.
A warrant? You need dysentery shots to come into this dive.
Would you settle for a belt?
Hey. Oh, very funny. You know I can't drink pina coladas as strong as you make them.
Well, coming from an Irish guy, that's quite a compliment.
Well, don't worry. It's the only one in my repertoire.
Do you want me to call the police?
I am the police.
Oh, yeah. city's in such bad shape?
I don't suppose this is a social call.
You don't suppose right. I want you to lay off the Darlene Bourgeois case.
Oh.
Yeah. And don't give me this stuff about you just doing your job. Because I've got a job to do too. And I want you to stay out of my way.
What are you so interested in Bourgeois for?
That's my business.
I might be able to help.
Like you helped with Mad Dog Miller?
Mad Dog got his.
Yeah, well, I didn't get mine. You see, he bites the dust in a shootout with you, and I missed the chance to bring him in. That would have been a feather in my cap, Harlow.
Well, sorry, Chief, but when someone starts throwing lead at you, shooting back's a natural reaction.
Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, let me tell you something. Every time I think about people like you running around one step ahead of us, just barely inside the law, do you want to know my natural reaction?
Probably not.
I want to puke my guts out.
Ooh, figure to be something like that.
You private eyes are all alike. All you can see is the private. You and your client. Well, I look out for the public. Everybody counts on us for protection. That means we have priority.
And what about Alexander Stevens? Is he part of the public?
Well, sure. And he stands a better chance of being protected by us if you don't get in the way.
Well, he doesn't think so.
Well, what does he know? He's a piano tuner.
Yeah, and his old girlfriend's a registered nut. You gotta be glad you have an extra hand in this case, Chief.
I don't need an extra hand. I need you to let the police do their job.
We've had this discussion before, Chief. It's beginning to bore me.
I'm warning you, Harlow. This is no ordinary case. Back off.
Oh, and what's so unusual about it?
If I thought you needed to know, I'd tell you.
I think you need to know something, Chief. There's talk on the street that you might have a special interest in this case.
And what's that supposed to mean?
It means anybody can stub their toe if they don't keep their nose clean. I'd hate to see you get a reputation you don't deserve.
Or a promotion I do deserve. Isn't that about the size of it?
You know, I never wished you bad luck, but I think you could be heading for it.
And when did you become my career planning consultant?
It means nothing to me either way. Just thought you should know.
Well, here's something you should know. Things could be hot in this deal. I were you, I'd take the police department number and keep it handy.
Yeah, and vice versa. They come on like gangbusters, cops like Callahan. But inside, marshmallow. I don't believe Callahan's a bad cop, just a dumb one. Besides, how bright can he be if he passed up one of these?
You two still bosom enemies?
This case is beginning to take some unexpected twists.
I knew something was up when that guy walked in here. I mean, any guy who watches Days of Our Lives over The Young and the Restless, this is not our normal viewer.
There's something heavy coming on here. I can feel it. We're talking one very nervous client, one suspiciously edgy chief of police, and one potentially dangerous socialite. Quite a group.
So what's your next move?
I'm drinking it.
You know, you better be careful with that bourgeois dame. And with Callahan so jumpy, he must know something.
I had a dream last night, Millie. A couple of creeps were chasing me. No matter how fast I tried to run, I couldn't get away. Finally, I stopped. I turned, and I blew them away.
You have that dream all the time.
Yeah, but in this one, I blew them away with a giant hairdryer. Then the cops showed up. They jumped out of a black and white and started to frisk me wearing oven mitts. Next thing I know, I'm standing in front of a judge. He hands down a sentence. I hand it back to him. He asked me to make him a meatloaf. I do, but he looks silly as a meatloaf, so I make him a judge again. Then it begins to rain. I reach for my gun, but come up with a box full of bonbons, and there I sit, eating candy and watching all my children. Millie, what does this mean?
He frisked you with oven mitts.
I'm beginning to worry myself, Millie. I feel like I'm slipping. Maybe it's the booze. Nah. Maybe it's the business. Or maybe it's just me.
And me, I presume, is Phil Harlow by chance?
I'm Harlow.
Permit me to introduce ourselves. I'm Victor Carbonari, and this is my associate, Mr. Crumb. Mr. Crumb. Over there. Actually, you know, he's a lot more convivial once you get to know him.
So that's a pleasure both of us are spared. Now what can I do for you?
It's a question of what we can do for you, actuarially speaking. We represent Miss Darlene Bourgeois.
Oh no, don't tell me. You're her voice and diction coaches, right?
What's she saying there? I know. We work for her pertaining to matters of the heart.
Also the neck, back, and kidneys, if you get my meaning.
We've been led to believe that you're currently in the deployment of Mr. Alexander Stevens. We came to recommend that in the interest of your, should I say, individual health, that you butt out of all interpersonal transactions flowing downhill in the direction from Miss Bourgeois toward Mr. Stevens.
Well, from what I can gather, your boss is a leading loony bird. Did anybody ever tell you that before?
I don't think you grasp the longitude of the situation, Miss Harlow.
You want I should explain it to her?
Well, that would be fine. Except for one thing.
What's that?
This conversation is over.
Let's not jump to contusions, Miss Harlow. Rather than over-expend our welcome, we'll take our leave right now in a socially acceptable manner. We bid you adieu. And a don't. Namely, don't get involved between Miss Bourgeois and her friends. Or, to put in the words of our famous poet, Willard Shakespeare, watch your step, Harlow.
I didn't like the looks of those two.
Yeah, their sounds and smells weren't so great either. But all of a sudden, it's coming clear to me now.
Well, what is?
Darlene Bourgeois is playing for keeps. She's got her hooks in this guy, and she's not about to give up. There's just one missing piece to the puzzle.
What?
Why carbonara and crumb? Why not rigatoni and meatballs?
What?
Bourgeois' old man is a millionaire, but if he's so rich, why isn't he smart?
I don't get it.
All right, facts. Bourgeois' got the hots for Stevens. Stevens is headed for Rome. Rome's a great place, if you happen to like statues. But bourgeois like men with blood in their veins, not granite. Add it all up and you have this. Why didn't they go to the diamond store to get the diamond? Where's the money? When did she know the falcon was missing? Where is Waldo? And why do I finish every paragraph with a series of unrelated questions?
Got me.
And an idea.
Where are you going, Phil?
I'm gonna follow a hunch. And if it doesn't work out, I'll think I'll have lunch. The creeps in this town all run in a bunch, but when Harlow shows up, they'll feel the crunch.
But wait a minute. Somebody called and said they saw Johnny at the airport leaving town. Maybe you should call him or have him paged.
He's a crazy kid, Millie.
Yeah, but he's a great guy. Why don't you call him?
He walked out on me today, Millie. It tore me up inside, but I'm healing quick. He wants to make himself scarce, but that's his business now. It's between him and TWA.
Yeah, but Phil...
Watch over the joint. You keep your emotions to yourself in this game. 15 years ago, I had my tear ducts removed, and I haven't regretted it. But I'll level with you. I'm gonna miss the kid. But right now, I've got business.
Hey, lady. You feel Harlow?
My friends call me Harlow.
I got a message for you. From some friends. Darlene Bourgeois is... I hate when that happens.
Which just goes to show, if you've got a message and it really has to get there, spring for the money and go FedEx. And that will be no tip for you, sir. But I get the message. I get it in Panavision and Technicolor, and I think I got a meeting. Millie!
Millie asked me to take a message.
Darlene Bourgeois.
Phil Harlow. Charmed, I'm sure.
Where's Millie?
She went out. Like a light. One more step will be your last.
Oh, you wouldn't use that thing.
Wouldn't I? Do you see this little alligator on my lapel, Ms. Harlow? Well, I've got a real one in my bag. A nasty, hungry little one.
Now, would someone who carries around a live alligator really hesitate to squeeze off a few rounds from a nice new Walther P38K 9mm? There are 8 jacketed hollow points in this thing, and I'm sure we could get your name on one of them.
Yeah, but from what I hear, you'd probably misspell it.
I spell very well, thank you.
Oh, well enough to know that what you're in right now spells trouble?
I like trouble. It keeps me on my toes. Kind of like those tacky pumps you're wearing. Tell me, what kind of money does a person like you make? And why don't you spend any of it on this dump of an office?
Okay, you didn't come here to talk about my office.
You're right. And since you only have a few minutes left to live, why don't I let you choose a subject?
Okay. How about a poor little rich girl who gets jilted, then responds by trying to kidnap and destroy the guy?
Oh, not just the guy. Also the lady detective who was stupid enough to get involved. Messy business, but somebody has to do it.
Darlene Bourgeois. Young, rich, attractive, and not a bad pole vaulter. There's just one thing that doesn't fit.
Aside from your raincoat?
How does a society dame like you let a common, everyday piano tuner get so far under her skin? Didn't you ever have a boyfriend before?
That's kind of a personal question. I was always taught that personal questions are rude, especially from somebody who's about to get their brains blown out.
Okay, how about if I rephrase the question?
I would take the time if I were you, considering you've only got about a minute left. Now, tell me, is there anything you'd like me to pass along to the executor of your estate?
Yeah. When it is that I die, I'd like you to be cremated.
I'm afraid there won't be anything that formal for you. You're going to be taking an extended vacation at the bottom of an exclusive little swamp. An improvement, I'd have to say, over your present surroundings. Well, you've got one last request. Where do you want it?
Where can you put it?
I'm afraid you runny-nosed little preppy!
You all right, Millie?
Yeah, aside from this lump on my head and the fact that I missed the last 10 minutes of one life to live.
You did good, Millie. Watch her while I call downtown.
Right.
Wrong. I'll take the shooters. And what with bone rates going up these days, let me save you some money.
Why aren't you outside with him?
Oh, hey, boss, he's all tied up and locked in the trunk.
Carbonari down there?
Yeah, sure.
Well, I do wish I had the time to listen to more of your advice on how to deal with men, but I'm afraid I'm just going to have to shoot and run.
Hold it, right there.
Captain Callahan, what a pleasant surprise.
The finest of our city's finest.
You ever notice there's always a cop around when you don't need one?
You know, Harlow, you keep cutting it closer and closer.
Well, it's a luxury what I can afford with a backup like you, Chief.
I'll be the judge of that.
If I could be the jury. Okay, hand over the gun.
Here, take this, and you get this, and I get
Not to each other. Good thing I came up, huh, boss?
Is my dear Alexander still locked up in that trunk?
Nash.
It's getting a little crowded in here, no? Let's get on with it. Now you plug him, and you her. And I will personally dispatch Ms. Harlow. Know any prayers?
Just a couple of ministers.
Well, get ready to give your regards to their boss. Ready? Aim.
Feelings.
Johnny!
Hold up. That was a close one.
You know, this guy's better than a chokehold.
Oh, much better. Right, Del?
Get Mr. Stevens out of the trunk.
Right.
Well, you got a great sense of timing, kid.
I also have a plane to catch.
So, what brings you by?
I just thought you might want my forwarding address.
Suppose we talk about that on the way to the airport.
The airport? You mean?
And we'll talk about that on the way to Hollywood.
Oh, Phil.
For me and Johnny, it's the beginning of something new. For Darlene Bourgeois, it's curtains. Oh, and speaking of curtains, looks like I'll be shopping for some soon. But who knows, we can meet again. Maybe another murder case. Maybe a Tupperware party. Until then, I'm cooking for you, kid.